down toward that area. I suspect that has probably settled down. By this point, essentially just ransacked the place. From what we could tell, they busted out all of the windows, were taking out all of the merchandise inside, basically throwing it out into the streets. Across the street from that is a hotel, and a lot of the...
Wow, they took all the merchandise out and a big riot again. Yeah, it is very interesting. Hi friends, this is Kalpun Piso. Because brain is creating a thought. Well, they always forget that the brain is the organ that produces the mind, a product of evolution over 3 billion years. That is the organ that we evolved, mutated primates create thinking with. And of course, the organ that makes us do these things that you see here. Everything that you see here. Today is the 21st of September 2016. Now, you ought to meditate and you ought to think, to cogitate. What do you think causes this? Why are these people so crazy that do this? Now, you know there is police here. Just like in the Roman Empire, Roman formation with the shields. They have guns now, they don't have swords. What do you think why this is happening? It is a divide in the United States of America, a Christianity-infected nation. Yeah, keep in mind, it is faith. And it's all due to education. Nobody's born believing anything. So we are all born tabula rasa. We cannot talk, we cannot tell between fact and fiction, we cannot use our hands, our legs, none. We are subjected to the imprinting period, 5 senses to navigate the planet, and we feed the brain with information. Now, we are born in a place in which our brains are bombarded with believing God, with religion, which is a psychosis, which is hypophoebia, imaginary friend or foe, irrational belief, acceptance, bombarding us. So we must grow up trying to find out between fact and fiction constantly. And in the United States of America, it is a Christianity-infected nation. Very poor education. All controlled by Christian-infected people. The government is infected with Christ psychosis. Basically, since 1622, when the Christ Psychotic from Europe in the Mayflower arrived, and all the Europeans, of course. They all started in 1492 with Columbus, the psychopath. That's where the whole thing started. Europeans came around, missionaries, Christ Psychotic infected despicable people. Despicable. Infected, imposing their very sick minds, brains into others. And Christianity, if you read the Bible and you read all this, because all religions are mental illness, it's psychosis. It's like an HIV of the brain. Makes people crazy. So you have to get rid of it. To be sane, in other words, to be an atheist. In other words, a person does not believe in imaginary friends or irrational concepts. At the core of all religions and schizophrenia and mental disorders. So you have United States of America becoming a Christianity-infected nation with churches, millions of churches, and readers of only one book. These people are stuck in the past. And Christianity foments racism, pedophilia, intolerance, homophobia, and they have their own version of their own morality. They are disgusting anti-sex, for fun, morality. So therefore you have whites fighting blacks and fighting everybody else because they don't conform to their beliefs, to their morality. And this is exactly what's happening in this country. You have the KKK, for instance. The whole thing started from the Europeans, the white Europeans, Protestants are fighting the natives. You have to remember the Trail of Tears. They raped the natives. They make blacks, they import them from Africa, make them as slaves to work in the tobacco plantations because the Native Americans were too small. And the blacks they brought them in slave ships and sold them in America, in all South America practically, but in America, and they bred them. And that's the reason you have a lot of the blacks today. They're very tough and big and huge and bulky. Breeding. Just like animals, you breed them and you treat them as such. The natives were treated like animals. They're inferior. They are not worth anything. They're brown color. They are pagans. They believe they're despicable. They're savages. As a matter of fact, they imported them from South America and they took them to Europe to be exhibited like animals in the 1800s, the late 1800s. They brought from South America the poor Chilean natives, the Selk'in, and all these different natives who were imported and taken, the Aborigines. They destroyed the Aborigines in Australia. The despicable, Christ-psychotic, infected English psychopath. But anyway, see, this is what you have in this country now. You have this fight constantly because there is no education. There is no. You have to remove all the churches. You have to remove these people that infect the brain of children with the religious crap, the psychosis, the HIV of the brain, of the Bibles. There are many Bibles. In the United States of America, you have all this disgusting psycho people that believe in gods and angels and demons and all that, and you have to actually teach children that this is not teaching all this stuff. Teach them science since they're little kids. And completely forbid parents, like a child abuse, if they're not teaching about Jesus and about the Ten Commandments and stuff like that. That should be abolished. That should be child abuse. So you do not infect children with this despicable, this virus that actually infects the brain and make children, when they grow up, psychopaths. They confuse their brains. They kill themselves. They are racists. They are pedophiles, and they are terrible because they are Christian instruction and Christian education. A psychopathy. So you have to eliminate the churches not to have this. And this will continue to happen. People will be fighting each other. And you have, like, for instance, a perfect example of what's wrong in this country is just having a psychopath, a genocidal idiot, an extremely ignorant man that is a billionaire, Donald Trump, running for president of the country. And look at this. It's with Hillary Clinton like this. This psychopath should be laughed out of the nation if it was in Europe. The Europeans, they're much more intelligent than the Americans. They had no idea why America has such an ignoramus, psychopath, ignorant imbecile with conspiracy theory and all that crap. Liar, 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 imbecile, racist, homophobe, bipolar. have a person like that to be running for president of the country. So that says it all. And then you see the problem in this country, and then you have all this. And this will continue. Racism is there. It's underneath, but sometimes it flourishes. And Donald Trump might make everything flourish. Again, and this is why people don't understand it. They try to eliminate words. No. We are all the same. We're all evolved mutated primates, regardless of color. It makes no difference. White, yellow, green, black, whatever. It makes no difference. We're all evolved mutated primates. We come in different flavors. The important thing is the state and the condition of the brain. And the brain had to be sane. In other words, atheist, well educated. And then you cease to be a racist, immoral, conspiracy theory believer, and all this nonsense like that. And that's a fact, my friends.
But SWAT teams have,
and the reason of all this are churches.
Really get
Churches,
control.
Bible reading, Bible studying, crap like that. They're anti-science morons in this country. They corrupt the brain of children when they're 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-olds in Christianity infected homes. They don't teach children any science. You should be teaching them that the brain is the creator of thinking since they are 1 or 2 or 3 years old. They will understand it. And this is the problem. And instead you have this morality, this racism all due to Christian beliefs, to this Bible teaching crap. It is disgusting. It's a brain disease. God believes it's a brain disease, like an HIV of the brain. And the brain is the organ that will create thoughts and make us, when he's sick, do this stuff. Psychopaths, schizophrenic, and people with brain defects will do things like that. Killing other human beings. And being crazy and stealing and raping, all that, because they are not taught science, which is conducive to rational thought in schools, since they're little kids. That's the way you create morality, is when you are taught science since you're a little kid. Then you understand what's going on. Not these fairy tales of God and Jesus and angels and demons and Satan and crap like that. That's the problem.
Scott had to be shot. The officer is telling him that he doesn't have the answers, that this is part of an investigation.
See, there's no respect.
I'm trying to find Cesaro Romain.
See, there's no respect for authority. Zero. That is the problem. And it's all due to lack of education, respect for the law, because you have a Christianity-infected nation. They have this Christian crap, everything taught in churches, the law of God and crap like that. We answer to God and all that. And this is from politicians, psychotic imbeciles. So there you have it. And this is these people have no respect for the law. None of them. And a lot of them, they get shot because of it. No respect. You can see them. And the reason is lack of education with their little kids. That's the way you teach them. You know, if you let a little 2-year-old or 3-year-old do anything they want, they turn out to be criminals. So you have to spank them. You have to really control them and tell them who's boss. When they're little kids, you have to teach kids all this reality of things and authority, to respect authority. But they grow up not respecting authority because of this Christian crap. And this is the way they are taught with all this fantasy thing. And there is no education in the United States of America. They're anti-science imbeciles. And this is what happens. And you know, all of a sudden, like they said, oh, the protests turned violent. Well, there's no cops. None of them. They're pussies. Nowhere to be found, because of course the blacks will come around and sue them. No, they are completely wrong, and this is the problem in this country. You have to fight hoodlums and anybody that's starting a riot like that with batons. The police should be in formation, grabbing those guys and hitting them over the head and farm, just like in the Roman times. And that's the way you do it. And you nut the heads off of these imbeciles. Just plumb it to the ground. And let's say they complain later. And you should advertise with megaphones. That's the reason you have megaphones. You say, you either get out and don't start breaking windows and things like that, or we'll smash your brains out and just keep forming, and you push gas on it. I mean, come on, stupid pussy police. So that's the reason you have a riot, like what happened in Ferguson. Vandalism all over the place, and the psychopath, all the rioters, they can hardly wait until there is a riot. All these people that love to steal stuff, they love it because they're black, so I'm black, so I have the right to do this, and police brutality and all that stuff, so they get away with murder. So anytime there is a riot, this psychopath with bad education, the little hoodlums, come around and start breaking windows and stealing stuff. And they love it. So there's a festival for the criminals. And the stupid pussy police does nothing. If they will grab the police, no matter if they call it police brutality, the governor, they say, you guys do this stuff like that, and we'll going to crush your brains. And like that, use that tone of voice, like I am using right now. And he said, doesn't matter if you're green, black, blue, or white, or whatever. You get into a window, break a window, and cause the riot, and harm people, and destroy property. We're going to smash your brains out, and you can sue us later. Just say it like that. Don't be pussies. And then you'll see what happens. The police will start going like that and smashing brains and kicking them. And see what happens. And you won't have all these riots going around. They're pussies. They're worthless police. Worthless. Because they are very badly educated. Because they are Christianity-infected imbeciles. And they go to a police academy and they teach them all these stupid laws. Nothing. They don't know how to deal with this in riots like that. Only in a Christianity-infected nation like the United States of America you see this happening. And guns everywhere. Everybody will use guns for everything. Stupid. All the shootings in this country, it's amazing. Thanks to the NRA, the Christianity-infected imbecile that like to sell guns. Nobody stands out to them because the Congress is infected with Christianity. The psychopath GOP, the imbeciles. It's like Trump, for instance. Like Herr Trump, the Hitler Mussolini wannabe. It's imbecile. And this is the problem. You have to fight these morons. Crush them. Just knock the heads with the batons. That's what you have batons for. Don't argue with them. Just hit them. That's the way you do it. And then you'll see what happens. You won't be that many riots around. They'll be scared. Those hoodlums will they're going to get their ass whipped. Get the police woman that shot this black man. Imagine the mentality of this stupid, ignorant, Christianity-infected, paranoia police woman. Goes to a van. A man is in the van, and he's out, and then he goes into the window trying to pick up something, and she's over there, and she on that shooting him. Just like that. She shoot him in the chest. She cannot even grab him, trying to shoot him in the legs or something like that to disable him. No! This is a stupid piece of garbage Christianity-infected woman has to shoot the guy right and kill him. And this is and they go to all these stupid riots here. But this is the problem. You have a police force that are Christianity infected, no science education in school, rejects demented, stupid Christians, and those are your police force. They probably read the only book they read is the stupid Bible. And then the commanders and the teachers in the police academy, they're stupid Christianity infected imbeciles. That are going to teach them a stupid, ridiculous, nonsensical, shoot, instruction. This is the problem in this country. No common sense. And the reason you don't have any common sense is because Christianity infected. When you start believing in resurrected someone with saving blood, and the Bible is true, and crap like that, and go to church and get into psychosis every Sunday with your stupid Christianity-infected parents, and going over there all the time, and you look, what are you going to learn? You don't learn any science. You learn nothing but fantasies. And the only things that you do is is social media, Facebook, the internet, and crap like that, and you don't learn, you don't compare and connect dots. So where is your education from? Social media, the churches, your parents, and the stupid Christianity-affected nation. And the reason the people are so damn ignorant in this country. This is the problem. They only just use the iPhones for everything and texting and crap like that. You don't connect. You don't learn anything. You don't feed your brain with knowledge. And there are a bunch of lunatics, robotic, psychopath, Christianity-infected imbeciles running in this country. And the problem is that they run the country. Then you have the congressman, the stupid Christians like that, and everybody running, at the control of the country. It's just like having a pilot that is drunk and is psychotic and is flying all these people someplace. You see what's going to happen? And this is the problem here. It's complete ignorance, the lack of teaching science in school, common sense, and rejecting faith, rejecting believing God and crap like that. That's the problem. That's the cause of all the problems in the country. Now you see the results. We want to eliminate racism and all these problems and this intolerance in this country that we have. People get along. We have to begin by eliminating churches and put anyone that believes in God or have this conspiracy theories and all this nonsense in mental institutions. Eliminate Noah's Ark experience, creation and museums, all the churches, all synagogues, almost people that are like that, and attempt to educate children with the idea of gods and angels and demons and stuff like that should be put in jail. You do corrupt the brain of children. This is the most sensitive, most delicate organ we have, especially children. 1, 2, 3-year-old children, when they begin growing up during the imprisonment period, it should be a crime to infect their brain with this Christian morality, which is despicable, intolerant, disgusting, and it creates psychopaths when they grow up. And that's a fact, my friends. And tell nothing but the truth. 2 + 2 = 4. No any number a Christianity-infected imbecile says it is. Pachydeorum. Religion is a brain HIV. Oh, God believe.